following. Gave our dollars to the pre-order column. So what the problem is? Say you was dropping it, and then turn around, did the opposite. Lining your pockets, you got a lot of nerve to be opting this. I guess I bit off more than I can chew. Let's not excuse my tardiness. I like to apologize to my audience. Not like I've been partying, promise not being fraudulent. I've been in homestead like a privatizing Rothbardian. Part of a parliament, that's a problem. I plan on abolishing. Cause a raucous, I'll best the friggin' product you all are in. And all that talking, I ain't buying what you offering. You about as intimidating and soft as what your daughter is. You been a faking, yet you still hating. You can't knock me cause I've been through Olympic trials of tribulations. Been on this grind and walked many miles to get this cake, and now I'm going ape like I'm a Saiyan. Quit playing with me, cause I'm a lot to deal with. I don't acknowledge you because you too retarded to understand my skill set. So when I kick this knowledge, it's gonna fly over your heel head. So polish up your mind real fast so I don't feel bad. I went from being broke to being hopeful. From standing on the poster, going postal. I'm supposed to be on the poster. Competition's toast because I'm vocal. A bar for you like I'm Oprah. You should probably get off the sofa or the soapbox. Going at me, I hope not. You attacking with no plot cause you act like a robot. You move when you told to move. You a puppet with a master. I'm the antithesis, that's why I'm opposed to you. I'm the whack rapper, back snapper. Used to be a gat capper, now I'm spitting raps from the Adam's apple. Better back paddle before you get the best at them. That battle's not one you won't back at them. Average guys asking me how I smash these beats. If I told you, I'd have to fold you. That's classified. Don't like to brag, but I had to boast. It's a fad of mine. So please don't be sad when the opinions paired with that in mind. I think it's asinine that people whine like a buster because they life don't measure up to another sucker. What type of life might tell Tucker I don't support you? Tactics the way that you battle and they gon' cut the mustard. You seem like you a teen wife, not prepared for this mean life. Not even aware you just see a green light. I think you mean right, but you look at me like an alien in the night. If I'm the A, then you the Z type. The proto, it's me, bro. You can try to dress it up when I'm in street clothes, I still peek so. Probably one of the few lies I ever told. That's because I don't peek, I just grow.
All the way. Rappers of martial art. The ugly duckling that got the bunnies.
Rap circle. I'm better than you. Period. Not at all concerned what it hit for, cause I've still come to raise hell like Mephisto. Please don't front, cause I'll karate chop your lymph node. Noodle arm punk you punch and end up with your wrist broke. Don't need a 4-heater, but you come 4 feet approach me. I'm summoning focus of Gogeta. Slight work, so imagine me chilling when folks meet up, cause my purpose to have me relaxing with both feet up. Get the cream, precious metals or the crypto things. Your bars are light like the one that's on the Smith machine, but my Maxwell and I ain't speaking about the pretty wings. Watch your potty mouth or clean it out with the Listerine. I got a list that mean eclipsing me is not an instant thing. You about as generic as antihistamines. Listening is not your strong suit, that's why you fiddling. Focus on the wrong stuff, your bluff is getting bucked. What you are witnessing is greatness. Outpacing these cats that I'm racing are not cheaters. They house cats are straying outdated. Rhymes got as much meat as about a raisin, just face it. While I'm steady on the track, you with your bags at the station. What I'm rated? S-class minimum. You sad synonym, cause I'll bag 10 of them. And you brag at dinner, but your impact is minimal. I toe tag in intervals with no lag, precision that critical. You imbecile. I'm after tall figures. I don't even wanna be involved with you the way I am because I want it all quicker. And I ain't stopping till the family all richer. Not gonna lie, yeah, I'm after tall figures. I don't even wanna be involved with you the way I am because I want it all. I'm not convinced it ain't no acting or accident what the track emits. You strapped with gas that you ain't even practiced with. The fact is, you couldn't hit the target the size of a tractor. Kid, relax and retract it, cause all that rapping biz is blind sight. And that explains what your mind like, refraining from looking down your iron sights. Some training will get your line right using that 9 tight. Straining your spine, think it's okay, but rewind, cause your shooting stance is trash. Probably cause you didn't have a father, so your partner slid you a Sig Sawyer. Now a lawyer is trying to keep you from getting life, finding who is loyal cause you hit an innocent boy. So boy, you in hell covered in soil. Y'all need to think more with your mouth closed. You the resort of a man not in the household. That's why you so violent and you seeking out foes. Nobody Taught you how to be a man. Lash it out though because you actually hating yourself. It's a way to get help and not decay in a cell. I used to wait in that hell until I made it myself. And now I'm slaying my L's and how I'm taking what's left. Got the blueprint, study my movement. More than the 2 cents. Was losing, now I'm oozing with success. Now I got the tools to beat the stress. I lose cause I'm a step ahead of you with no contest. I'm a better rapper, plus I'm smarter than you. You a mess. Not gonna lie, I'm at the tall figures. I don't even wanna be involved with you the way I am because I want it all.
No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Canon Hotep back at it again. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. It was a cold, rainy one here in Baltimore. Long day. That's why I'm doing a late night stream, I guess. Late for me, at least, you know. Start next week. We'll be back to a regular schedule, 8:30 p.m. But if you're new, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content out. Go back through my catalog. Check out my old content. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. You know? Anyway. How's everybody's night out there? You know, if I'm coming through loud and clear, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm coming through loud and clear. Got a couple things we're going to talk about tonight. First thing we're going to talk about is this whole new bill in Florida taking the world by storm. It's being coined the Don't Say Gay bill. Meanwhile, nowhere in the bill does it say that. Nowhere in the bill does it say that. But the mainstream media will have you to believe that's what this is that they're banning the word gay in Florida is what they're basically trying to make it seem, allegedly. And then we're going to talk about apparently, allegedly, some bioresearch labs have been found in the Ukraine. More like 30 of them. That allegedly were making biological weapons. So are we seeing the new WMD narrative on the horizon? We're going to get into that. And then another story we got is there was an airstrike apparently on a hospital maternity ward. We're going to get into that. Again, if you're new, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification icon, let you know I got new content coming out. Or when I got new content coming up. You know, go back through my catalog. I'm sure you'll like it. Anyway, how them gas prices treating y'all? So today, I went to the gas station. Because I had to go a long distance, go pick up a camper that we got to dispose of. $5.25 for diesel now. And when I last posted, Matter of fact, you can go look at the thumbnail from last night's stream. $4.89. Now it's $5.25 today. Shit's getting out of hand, people. We are rapidly approaching $7 by the summertime. I'm telling you, shit is out of hand, people. You know, Patriot J, he posted a picture of his local gas station. They had I think they already hitting $7 in California. You know, for premium. You know, and they in the high sixes for like regular and mid grade. You know what I mean? Telling y'all, things gonna get worse before they get better. You know. Meanwhile, how about them sanctions, right? Shit is ridiculous. Anyway, let's go over to the chat. Who we got in the chat? We got Jay Pylon. Jay Pylon, what's the deal, bro? Salute. Salute, salute. $89. I know you're going to catch the replay later. What's the deal? We got Kid Gravity in the building. What's up, bro? Handy Bob, you made it 2 nights in a row. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. What's up, Russian bot? We got a Russian bot in the building. Kev DiBiase, what's the deal? Brown Suede, what's up, man? Welcome, 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 welcome. And my man DNW, salute, salute. So let's not waste no time, right? Let's get into the first story. We're going to, let's see. Boom. So, here we go. From NBC News. Don't say gay bill. Florida Senate passes controversial LGBTQ school measure. Right? Okay. The Florida Senate passed a bill Tuesday that would prohibit classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in the state's primary schools. The measure, dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill by its opponents, was passed by the state house last month and now heads to Republican government Ron DeSantis, who has previously expressed his support for it. This is going to endanger the safety of our LGBTQ students and adolescents. Senator Annette Taddeo, the Democrat, said during Tuesday's debate, "We will not stop until the state moves forward and actually values everyone in it. Everyone, no matter their sexual orientation." So, again, this is what it says. The bill will prohibit classroom discussions about sexual orientation or gender identity in the state's primary schools. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Kids need to learn how to count. They need to learn how to read. What is it? Reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's what they need to learn. They don't need to learn how many genders it is or how many genders people think it is. They don't need to learn all this sexuality and shit like that. Like I said before, they want to teach these kids in kindergarten that it's okay to touch themselves, that feel good, and all this other shit. These kids don't need to learn that. That's not what they're in school for. It's not what they're in school for. They're in school to learn the basics they need to survive in life. Again, reading, writing, and arithmetic. You save that shit for outside of school. You save that shit for like discussions at home. That's what you save that for. You know? Even like with sex education, I always thought that, hey, you know, my parents had that talk with me. You know what I mean? I didn't wait for the school to have a talk with me. My parents had that talk with me. I don't think it's the school's place to even teach sex ed. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know, and if you're going to do that, you need the parents' permission. Just like we had in sex ed. I had to get a fucking waiver signed by my father just for the school to teach it. You know what I mean? But, you know, I don't disagree with this bill. You know, these kids don't need to be bogged down with this shit at 5 years old, 6 years old, 10 years old. You know what I mean? 12 years old. You know? Hey, my mods, hey, yo, make sure y'all get these bots up out of here. You know how it go. Every time we start talking about some shit they don't want us talking about, bots come in. Probably a fucking bookmark or something like that. You know how it go. But like I said, you know, they're demonizing this thing. And you know they're demonizing because look at what they're calling it. Look at what they're calling this bill. Nowhere in the bill does it say don't say gay. Nowhere in the bill, not even in the, you know, not even in the what's the word? The title. The title doesn't even say that. This is something they gave it to discredit this bill, to make this bill seem racist, to make this bill seem homophobic and dangerous. You know what I mean? How does this endanger your LGBTQ students? How? By not talking about the shit. How does it endanger them? Somebody have to explain that to me. You know what I mean? Again, it's just more virtue signaling. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take you all over to this here. This is a video where they kind of explain, you know, what exactly is in the bill and what is not in the bill and stuff like that. So this is from, I guess, Channel 10 News, Tampa Bay.
Taking a deeper dive into a proposed law that is dividing parents here in Florida.
It certainly is. The bill critics have called Don't Say Gay is one step closer to passing. It would ban schools from teaching about sexual orientation or gender identity to younger students between kindergarten and third grade. Students like
Stop there. What'd she say?
Kindergarten and third grade.
So it applies to grades kindergarten through third grade. Why do they need to learn that shit in kindergarten or third grade? They still playing with action figures and doll babies. They still think the Easter Bunny's real and Santa Claus exists. And you want to teach these kids this shit? This just goes to show you they want to indoctrinate these kids early. They want to indoctrinate these kids early. And they want to teach it as early as kindergarten. But I digress. Let's keep it moving.
Students like 17-year-old Andrew Triolo, who is trans.
Students like 17-year-old Andrew. He's fucking 17. They said the bill only targets kids kindergarten to the third grade. Why the fuck are they talking about a 17-year-old? Do you see what I'm talking about here? They think we're dumb. Think about that. How on one hand you say this bill targets kindergarten to third grade. That's what the bill targets. And then in that same breath, you go to a kid that's in high school that I'm assuming he's a senior. Come on.
Gender feel that this would make schools less safe for people like him. He said he struggled, even at a very young age, to understand why he felt different from classmates.
I think that if I would have had the language to express how I felt about my gender at a younger age, it would have saved me a lot of internal struggle and depression.
But the bill's Republican sponsor, Representative Joe Harding, says his bill isn't about making schools less safe for LGBTQ students.
We want focus to be on those basic fundamental things, the reading, the writing, the math. And when discussions come up, as a dad of 4 kids, children ask questions. Discussions are going to come up. We can't ban a conversation. We can't ban a discussion. That's not what we're doing.
I agree. If the discussion comes up, okay, you have that discussion. But you don't force this discussion on kids. You don't force the discussion. If it just happened to come up, then it comes up, and then you explain and you have that conversation with your kids. But you don't mandate it, and you don't make it a part of their curriculum.
The bill, which is officially called Parents' Rights in Education, now goes to the Senate next week since it has passed in the House.
We've gotten a lot of questions about this bill, so now that it has passed in the House, let's answer some of those and verify exactly what this bill does, and maybe just as importantly, what it does not say. So the bill at its core prohibits schools from discouraging or prohibiting parental notification and involvement in critical decisions that affect a student's mental, emotional, or physical well-being.
So they don't tell you that. The bill is geared for parents. So the school can't take it upon themselves to put this in the curriculum without the parents' permission, i.e., a permission slip, like I said. That's what this bill's for. What's the problem with that? Like, somebody explain that to me. What's the problem with that? What's the problem with parents having a say in what their kids learn in school? Make that make sense to me. Like I said, again, they want to normalize this pedophilia bullshit. They want to make kids accountable for themselves by letting them be there, make their own decisions in the doctor's office without their parents' permission as a minor. You know what I mean? They want to make it so that age ain't nothing but a number, essentially. Like, this is where they're trying to move things. Understand that.
But it is the clause about restrictions on teaching LGBTQ topics that's gotten the most attention. So, does this bill ban all discussions on LGBTQ topics? No, but it wasn't always that way. Initially, the bill's language said that schools could not encourage discussion, but that was criticized for being way too broad, so discussion was changed to instruction. Now, instruction is not defined in the bill, but the bill's sponsor says that it applies to lesson plans, not informal classroom conversation. Another big one, would this require schools to out LGBTQ students who confide in staff about their sexual orientation or their gender identity? While the bill does prohibit withholding information from parents, there are certain exceptions if there were concerns that telling a parent would result in abuse or neglect. But the bill's sponsor did file a controversial amendment that would have essentially erased that exception. That amendment, however, was withdrawn before the vote on the bill. All
right, so even so, right? How does this endanger your LGBT? They're saying you can't encourage. Okay, they changed the wording from discussion to instruction. You can't encourage the instruction. You know what I mean? You gotta notify the parents that, hey, we want to teach this class or this topic. Is it okay if little Johnny attends this class? If yes, check yes and sign your name. If no, check no and sign your name. What's the problem with that? How does that endanger your student? It's your student's choice whether they want to tell the teacher that's what they are or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's it. You know what I mean? But it's not the school's job to do that. That's complete overreach. And what this bill is trying to do is prevent that overreach. But you see that these virtue signaling liberals want to take that power out of the parents' hands. They want to take that responsibility out of the parents' hands and put it in the hands of the state. They're trying to indoctrinate and groom these kids early.
We do have more questions answered about this bill right now on our website.
Shit is sickening, man. And every last one of those people that are voting against this bill need to be voted out of office. Period. Full stop. Every last person need to be voted right out of office. Period. Full stop. It's sad. And let's go over to the chat. Kev DiBiase, agreed. That's definitely an at-home conversation. Period. It's an at-home conversation. At the very least, you can go to like a guidance counselor or some shit like that at school. But that's at the kid's discretion. You know what I mean? But for the state to take that out of the parents' hands is absurd. DMW, they can't teach them basics as it is. It's facts. That's facts. My daughter came home with some division, and I don't know how the fuck they teaching division nowadays. But that wasn't division. Queen D, salute. What's up, Queen D? Good to see you in the chat. Jay, what's up, Jay? Class size is out of control in many states. Packed classes make it hard enough for students too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They do got overcrowded classrooms. I know for a fact here in Baltimore we got overcrowded classrooms. It's been like that for decades though. Queen D, can't speak to my 12-year-old about sex. Facts. BMW, the script readers started off wrong already. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. But you see how, like HJ said, the Democrats are good at wording. They're good at branding. You see how they immediately, now every media outlet's calling it the Don't Say Gay bill. Think about that. That's how they're doing it. They're discrediting it already. Handy Bob. It threatens their agenda. That's the only problem. Yeah. When you're in third grade, aren't you like 7 or 8? Yeah, you're like 7 or 8 years old when you're in the third grade. You need your parents' permission to go on a field trip. But they don't want you to have the parents' permission to teach your kids this shit. They know most parents are going to say, hell no. Most parents that got some sense. Most parents that got some sense. I'll tell you. Yo, Stuff Colonel in the building. What's the deal, bro? P-Dog Knight. What's up, P-Dog Knight in the building? It's how it should be. I'm assuming P-Dog Knight talking about parents giving permission to the schools to teach it. It's right. It's how it should be. Brown Suede. They're going to groom the children so in the future they can date our children. It's all a part of their agenda. The Greeks used to do it with boys in their bathhouses. Yeah, it's facts. It's facts. That's what the Greeks used to do. And, you know, from the looks of things, they having fucking TED Talks about, you know, normalizing this shit, pedophilia and all this other stuff. They want to add the P to the LGBT, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I can't help but to see that. You can't help but to think that or speculate that. Queen D. They don't even send notices home anymore, emails or phone calls. It's crazy. I know every other goddamn day I'm getting a phone call about some shit at my kid's school. They better send me a letter about this shit. If I hear from my daughter that they taught her this shit in school, we got a problem. Jay. The elite can't wait to throw the letter P into the alpha. Yeah, see? Yep. They already trying to do it. They're trying to get it there slowly but surely. They're taking over parental guidance. Thank you, Queen D. That's exactly what they're doing. They're taking over parental guidance. They want the state to be the parent. They want the state to be the parent. Remember what they was trying to do with the vacation? They were trying to pass a law that made it so that the kids would have permission or have sole authority over themselves, whether they wanted to get that vacation or not. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. Ridiculous. Facts. The state owns our children. That's their objective. That's what they want. You know what I mean? They want our kids to be wards of the state. Period. Full stop. But I thought this was an important story to bring up, just to see what's going on. You know what I mean? And salute to Ron DeSantis and that senator who brought that, you know, that bill to the floor, because it's important. They're trying to eliminate the parent from the kids' lives. They're trying to eliminate the parent from any decision that affects the kid, that goes against their agenda. You know what I mean? Just despicable. Monique, what's the deal? Salute. Hey, in some states, it's required to learn about the Skittles Coalition in order to pass high school. That's crazy. When I had to graduate, I had to worry about getting 75 hours of community service so I could walk across the stage. I had to make sure I had 4 math credits. I had to make sure I had 4 English credits. Like, that's the shit I had to worry about when I was in school, not how many fucking genders there are and sensitivity training and shit like that. That has nothing to do. It has no fucking bearing in the real world. It has no bearing when you're trying to get a job. None. It's sad. It's sad, man. The state just want control of our children. They want our children to be wards of the state. I tell you. Anyway, let's move on to our next story. It's our final story, but we're going to spend some time on this. We're going to spend some time on this story. So, apparently, according to Russia, allegedly, they found 30 bio-research facilities in the Ukraine that they claim the United States knew about, and not only knew about, they were developing bioweapons at these facilities. Allegedly. YouTube, allegedly. It's interesting to me. So I got a couple videos I want to play about that. Are we seeing a new WMD narrative coming along? Is this how we get drug into this shit? Before we go over there, we got a couple more came in. Let's see. Monique, did you see that the preschool kinder care is pushing it? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. They want to teach kids that it's okay to touch themselves and some more shit. D Digital, what's up, bro? Aaron Clary said it best. Schools are glorified babysitters. That's facts. They won't demand kids can read, but facts. The Demonette. Pandemic number 2. Hey, you said it, not me. But let's get over to this next story, right? So what I want you to see, let me see, make sure I got the shit right. All right, cool. So, right, so last week, right, there was speculation of these bio labs, right? Allegedly, there was a speculation about these bio labs, right? They were calling it, you know, conspiracy theory. It's QAnon and all this other shit, right? They were shooting this shit down, memory holing it last week. But let me show you. Let me show you what just went down. I guess it was either yesterday or today. So Victoria Nuland of Russiagate fame was before Congress. Now she's a flaming liberal. She wanted, you know, Donnie T out of office, and she was spreading propaganda like him out. You know what I mean? Marco Rubio asked her, "Hey, are there bioweapons labs over in the Ukraine?" And this is her answer. So let's head on over here.
I only have a minute left. Let me ask you, does Ukraine have chemical or biological weapons?
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which, in fact, we are now quite concerned Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are.
You see how she parsing her words and choosing her words real carefully? They have bio research facilities. It's that word salad right there. Now, to the layman, we heard bioweapons. You know what I mean? But I digress.
We are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of Russian forces should they approach.
I'm sure you're aware that the Russian propaganda Groups are already putting out there all kinds of information about how they've uncovered a plot by the Ukrainians to release biological weapons in the country and with NATO's coordination. If there's a biological or chemical weapon incident or attack inside of Ukraine, is there any doubt in your mind that 100% it would be the Russians that would be behind it?
There is no doubt in my mind, Senator, and it is classic Russian technique to blame on the other guy what they're planning to do themselves.
Oh, boy. You see what they're doing? They're setting up the narrative. Now, it could be done on both sides, right? So, on one hand, you could have Russia and Putin and those guys saying, hey, we're over here trying to eliminate these WMDs that allegedly Ukraine has by way of allegedly the United States. Hey, you guys did it too back in 2001, 2002, 2003 when you ran up in Iraq. What's the difference, right? We're fighting to rid the world of these horrible, horrible weapons. That's, Putin and them, right? But then on the other hand, you can have the West saying, oh no, there are potential at these bio research facilities, like Victoria Nuland said, potential chemicals and germs and shit like that could be used as a weapon, right? We can't let Russia get their hands on it. We have to do something about it. You see what I'm saying? Again, the most important war is the information war. The war being fought on the ground, yeah, okay, but the information war, that's the war that needs to be won. It sounds a lot like what happened in 2000, 1, 2, and 3. It damn sure sound almost like the whole gain of function. You know what I mean? Why are there allegedly YouTube, 30 bio research facilities? I'll use Victoria Nuland's jargon. 30 bio research facilities that Russia claims to have documents that were opened by and funded by, you guessed it, good old US of A. Allegedly. All right. Some speculate, allegedly, that old Barrio had something to do with that. Just like allegedly, Barrio had something to do with the remix over there in China. Hell of a coincidence, right? Hell of a coincidence. At the same time that, Zelensky gets in office and there are these bio research facilities allegedly in the Ukraine. Same shit was happening over in China. Go figure, right? I don't know. I'm just, trying to put two and two together. Not making any claims. Just asking some questions. But y'all see the narrative, right? Regardless, y'all see the narrative. You see what they're trying to do. They're trying to ease their asses over there into this conflict. And it might be the way to go in. We got to get these things out of their hands. If we don't get them out of there, it could be catastrophic. It's, Anyway, let's go ahead over here to the chat. The Demonat. Research meaning weapons. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Dan Glenn, for example, anthrax. Yeah, you know what I mean? Dan Glenn also says the Cove Base Part 2. Facts. P-Dog, when I hear them throw that around, I know that it will more than likely be found to hold some truth in the very near future. Hey. The Demon Hat. Exactly, bro. She said that normally, you know, when you hear the other side saying these things, that means that they're telling you that that's what they're going to do. Yeah, she basically just, you know, told on herself, you know what I mean? What they call it, a Freudian slip? You know what I mean? She basically just described what the U.S. does. You know what I mean? Brown Suede reminds me of Black Bush skit from Chappelle's show. Yeah, yo. Exactly. That's one of the funniest skits on the show, yo. Queen D, same game, different country. Facts. Digital D, friends of mine back in Jersey and Philly have been calling Ukraine white rat. Queen D, why Ukraine got biolabs? I know. I wonder if that had to do with some of the cut that the big guy got. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's some of the things he was facilitating over there. I wonder if that's why they ousted Russia's puppet for their own, you know, to do that. You know, I'm sure you can get 30 bio research facilities up between 2014 and 2022. You know, I'm just saying. Exactly, DMW. It went from it was a conspiracy theory and that it was nothing over there to damn near 30. Think about that, right? So, I want you to see this other video, right? So, bear with me. It's how long is this thing? So we're gonna cut between it and have a discussion with it. It's from Gravitas. What's the name? It's Weon News or whatever. Kind of like this news outlet for real. They kind of they're kind of left the center maybe, but you know, they kind of tell the truth where a lot of these other outlets don't. Or they kind of keep it more. They keep it a little more objective, I would say. You know, could be wrong, but right now as I research it, you know, that's the best Fox News is drastically on one side, CNN drastically on one side. What up, dear Blaze? Salute. Again, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content out. Tell a friend to tell somebody. I really appreciate that. Anyway, let's get to it.
A volley of claims and counterclaims. It's becoming impossible really to verify any of it. The latest allegation is this: bioweapons. Russia claims it has uncovered 30 biolabs in Ukraine, 30 biolabs in Ukraine. What happened to these labs? What happened at these labs, rather? According to Russia, weaponization. They were making biological weapons. They claim America was developing bioweapons in Ukraine. Listen to this.
It is obvious that in the wake of the special military operation, the Pentagon started having serious concerns about secret biological experiments uncovered on the Ukrainian territory. The uncovered documents confirm that components for chemical weapons were developed in Ukrainian biolabs in immediate proximity to Russia.
That's interesting, right? Now that could be propaganda from Russia. We don't know. You know, pointing the finger at the United States trying to start something. You know what I mean? But it also puts me in mind of that tragedy that happened over in Syria. I remember that. This was around Easter weekend 2016, I think. Where they released that gas, the sarin gas. You know what I mean? Just saying, you know, but I digress. Let's keep it moving. Hold on, P-Dog Night. Joy Reese says the only reason we talking about Ukraine is because they're white. I seen that. That's why her network spent the last 6 years talking about Russia. Facts. You know what I mean? Dan Glenn, big pharma companies or biolabs? That's a good question, bro. That's a good question. Salute to Dia Blaze. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe. Let's keep it moving.
That is a serious allegation. Before we examine it, let me give you some background, in fact. What is a bioweapon? It can be a toxin or a deadly pathogen, basically something that attacks humans from the inside. How are bioweapons deployed? Just like any other weapon, you can use missiles, grenades, or rockets. Are they legal? Well, absolutely not. Multiple conventions ban the development and use of bioweapons. The most important one is the BWC of 1975. BWC is the Biological Weapons Convention. What does it say? It says that you cannot develop, produce, acquire, transfer, stockpile, or use any kind of biological weapon. It's a strict no in warfare. Coming back to Russia's allegation, what exactly have they uncovered? 30 labs with incriminating documents. That's what Russia claims. These documents allegedly expose America's operation to develop bioweapons, specifically the plague, anthrax, and rabbit fever. Did they also find any stockpiles? Well, this is where things get interesting. Russia claims Ukraine destroyed the entire stock last month. Listen to this.
During the course of the special military operation, facts were uncovered of the Kiev regime mopping up traces of military biological programs under development in Ukraine, financed by the U.S. Defense Ministry.
Now that's a pretty big damn coincidence, which could very well point to being propaganda on Russia's part. You know, yeah, we found these 30 labs. You know, did you find any weapons? Or they just so happen to destroy them on, last month. We just missed it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it could be used on either side. Depends on who you gonna believe. You know what I mean? See, the thing is, the United States needs something that the people can get behind to go over here and do what they got to do. They've done it time and time again. We've had major events happen in history where this shit happened and it clacked off some shit where the United States just had to get involved. They just had to get involved for humanity and democracy. I'm sure this ain't no different.
Sounds a bit convenient, doesn't it? If the stockpile was destroyed, why not the documents? Why would Ukraine leave incriminating papers lying around? It simply doesn't add up. And this is not an isolated incident. Russia has made countless wild allegations. Here's another one. Russia's state media claims Ukraine is making a nuclear bomb at Chernobyl. Again, this is a very serious accusation, and again, there is no evidence. Here's what the United Nations atomic watchdog had to say.
We do not have any information that would question the non-proliferation credentials of the Ukraine. It's important to say, as I indicated earlier in the press conference, that we continue our safeguards operation, and we do not have any information that there is any deviation of material, any undeclared material, or activities leading to the development of nuclear weapons.
Once the war is over, all of these claims will be analyzed. There will be investigations, there will be political standoffs, but until then, there must be restraint. False accusations cannot be used to justify a war. Non-existent weapons cannot be an excuse to invade, and this applies to every country, not just Russia. Let me take you back to February 2003. America was preparing to invade Iraq. At the United Nations, there was a last-minute presentation. It was given by this man, former U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell. What did he say? That Iraq was building biological weapons, that Iraq could deliver anthrax via drones.
And bingo. She just brought up what I said. We went over there. The whole shit was based on a lie. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it, Dan Glenn. We use code words here because YouTube like to ban me and suspend me for any talk about the Cove base, the SARS remix, the Yamin. That's what we use. You know what I mean? The Marion, whatever you want to call it, but we can't call it the given name. We can't call it its slave name. We call it SARS-X or some shit. I don't fucking know. But anyway, but that's exactly what I was saying. How many wars we done been to based on a lie? The coof. There you go, bro. How many wars we done been to based on a lie? You know, like Patrice O'Neal said, the Lusitania. You know, we ain't want to get involved in World War I. Nobody did. Somebody was like, hey, what would it take, you know, for the United States to get involved? I don't know. What if they sunk a ship, one of our ships? Well, I guess we would have to get involved. Boom. Next thing you know, we in World War I. You know what I mean? You know, it's alleged that, you know, that day in December in Hawaii, they knew all about that shit. They knew it was coming. They had the intelligence that shit was going to happen. And they let it happen. You know, the Gulf of Tonkin. Now, the Gulf of Tonkin, it is a fact that shit was a lie. And we used it and we fought that war. So what makes this any different? This is why people don't believe what the fuck's going on over there. That's why you got people thinking that this shit is a one big Fugazi banner. But I digress. Let's keep it moving.
America used these lies to invade Iraq. Today, Russia is using similar lies to invade Ukraine. The fact is both nations are wrong. Washington set the precedent. Moscow is following it. And China is latching onto it. It gets more interesting. Let me quote what the foreign ministry said. We once again urge the U.S. side to fully clarify its biological military activities, both at home and abroad, and accept multilateral verifications. What is the real intention of the United States? What exactly has it done? These have always been the source of misgivings for the international community. This is China speaking. You have to appreciate the audacity. It's borderline hilarious. Just 2 years ago, China exported a deadly virus to the whole world. They hid the ground reality. They refused multilateral verifications. And today, that same China is preaching. For the record, we still don't know how the Wuhan virus emerged. Was it a lab leak? Was it a species jump? We don't know. And China blocks every attempt to investigate it. Now, I'm not saying that America should get a free pass. Nobody should. Claims of bioweapons are serious. They must be probed rigorously. Having said that, this principle must apply universally. By all means, investigate the labs of Kharkiv, but also investigate the labs of Wuhan. Also, this must not become an established precedent. We have watchdogs to verify illegal experiments. We have United Nations agencies to punish violations. Global powers cannot take these laws into their own hands. Just think about it. What if China claims the US is making bioweapons in Taiwan tomorrow? Would there be another invasion? At this rate, anything is possible. All these wild allegations and counter-allegations, they're only a symbol of a larger problem. A global order that no one takes seriously anymore. WION is now...
And there you have it. She had a point. She got a point. Like I said, who's winning the information war? That's the important question. She said, what's stopping China from saying that the United States is making weapons of you know, catastrophic proportions in Taiwan? And then they go and invade Taiwan. You know, all you need is a good excuse. See, the thing is, like I said, America needs, you know, they needed the backing of the people to go into these wars. You know, just like, you know, that, you know, you got people reporting on this airstrike on this maternity ward or this hospital in the maternity ward. You know what I mean? Could that be the new babies in the incubator? I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, think about that. Super Carlo, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? Known for lying to start wars. That's all that's all they do, bro. You know what I mean? You know? Be a blaze, propaganda at its finest, facts. That's why I wonder why any educated person would believe the narrative, because they're educated. The paper on the wall motherfuckers, like HJ say. A lot of them people, they always believe the official narrative, you know what I mean? They're indoctrinated to sometimes, you know? It could be right in front of their face. I'm not gonna say every paper on the wall person, you know, is dumb. You know, I got a paper on the wall, but, you know, some they just blindly follow, man. Monique, China is chilling watching this play out. Yeah, they playing the VIG right now. Come on. We already know. BMW facts, because you're educated don't mean you smart. Hey, she got away with it, you know. They're a legit news outlet, so I guess they get a pass, right? You know. Super Carlo, I heard the Rev War was because people like Jefferson wanted westward expansion, but England had treaties and didn't want them to do that. Nah, the Revolutionary War is because England, well, I mean, that's part of it, but England also wanted us to use their currency, use their shit. They wanted us to take loans out from them. And the Revolutionary War is basically us saying, we ain't fucking paying you a dime, is what that was. We ain't paying you shit. You know. Also the westward expansion and shit like that. You know. England was losing their grip over here in the New World. And they ain't like that. We wasn't trying to take loans out at percentage. We wanted our own coin, our own currency. You know what I mean? Now we allegedly take out any world leader that wants that, you know, i.e. Muammar Gaddafi, you know, but I digress. Dan Glenn, when the world stops trading oil in dollars, we are screwed. Bro, that could be happening sooner than we think, man. We'll see how this shit go. But imagine this, right? What if Russia's right and that's what's going on? The U.S. can't let that shit come out. The U.S. can't let it come out that they got these labs over there that they funding. They got to squash that shit. That's going to be real interesting to see. We're going to see how this shit play out. It might just die at the end of the news cycle. We don't know. But we'll see. Yeah, they just trying to instigate some shit. You know, trying to get somebody to jump. It's that line of scrimmage, and you got the offensive line and that defensive line, and the offensive line trying to get that defensive line to jump. That's what's happening here. You know what I mean? Damn, that girl's telegraphed the hell out of that. Oh, man. 80s, salute. You eating your popcorn. I hear you. Facts. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Every dictator that has ever tried to trade oil in anything but dollars has had the weight of the U.S. come down on them. Facts. I think Putin wants to do that, change the petrodollar. Hey, the thing is, if you get them to move away from it, you get China to move away from it, you get India to move away from it, that's a problem. And I know that they strongly thinking about it. Handy Bob, never confuse education with intelligence. Thomas Sowell. Psh, hear that. Facts. 5-year anniversary of the gassy thing in Syria coming up, yo. Damn. Cassius Cam in the building. What's the deal? I bet old boy the science is involved in the allegation. He might be. He might be, yo. He might be. You know what I mean? He might be. He in witness protection. Y'all thought they had him, put him back on ice. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So question, did y'all hear today apparently old Joe Nicholslick signed an executive order to regulate crypto. Y'all hear this shit? You know what I mean? Did y'all hear this thing? Take y'all over to this real quick. From AP Politics, Biden signs an executive order on cryptocurrency oversight, urging the Federal Reserve to explore whether it should create its own digital currency. He directs Treasury and other agencies to study crypto's impact on financial stability and national security. You knew that was going to be short-lived, right? You knew they was going to try and figure out, if he's doing this executive order, they figured out how to regulate this shit, in my opinion. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Thing is, do they really got the power to decentralize? I'm sorry, do they really got the problem to centralize the decentralized blockchain? That's the question. I know people buying Bitcoin like crazy right now before this goes down. You know what I mean? And now they're telling you they want their own digital currency. Meanwhile, China already has theirs. They're 90-something% paperless over there. And we soon to follow that. That one world digital currency that, you know, all the crazy conspiracy theorists talking about. Here we go. Here's their plan. Biden administration views the explosive popularity of cryptocurrency as an opportunity to examine the risks and benefits of digital assets, said the senior administration official who previewed the order Tuesday on the condition of anonymity, terms set by the White House. On the executive order, Biden also directed the Treasury Department and other federal agencies to study the impact of financial and national security. That will help position the U.S. To keep playing a leading role in the innovation and governance of these digital assets ecosystem at home and abroad in a way that protects consumers, is consistent with our democratic values, and advances U.S. global competitiveness. D. Sullivan said Wednesday in a joint statement. So now they coming for the cryptocurrency strong. He just filed an executive order. Not to mention, he also said that the reason that he wanted to do it also is because people could use cryptocurrency to illegally fund, you know, certain bad cells and groups and shit like that. You know, and you got some people that's all for it, sacrificing freedom for security. They just jumping at the chance to be slaves, man. They're just jumping at the chance to be slaves. Ridiculous, man. You know, they see people getting rich off of it, bro. They see people getting rich off of it, and you know, they want to take that away from people. How much you want to bet they're gonna start trying to go after people with the IRS over the shit? You know. Jay Powell, they want to implant chips on our hands and heads, and yeah, they doing it in Sweden. Was it Sweden, yo? Where they implanted the chips so people can open the door and get fucking Funyuns and shit out of the fucking what's it called? The fucking vending machines and shit like that. You know, you ain't far from that. You know, you ain't far from what you're saying, bro. Super Carla, they readying us up for the slavery. You right? You know what I mean? Shoot, bro, we already in the social credit era, bro. We already in the social credit era. You know what I mean? We here. Could you imagine that? You get rid of paper currency, you get rid of, you know, and it's, boy. Behold the Pale Horse. If y'all ain't read that book, y'all need to go read that book. It says it in the Quiet Weapons for Silent Wars, that chapter. They take away your physical dollar, physical money, your physical worth, and give you theoretical something that don't even have any real value to it. Like, we got paper money, you know. They took away our gold and gave us paper. And they took away our paper and giving us a fucking Mario coin. We can't even touch that shit. It's always the plan. It was always the plan. And the minute you take away our physical dollar, you know, how easy is it if they decide that they don't like what we doing, or they feel like we're a threat? Freeze our assets. You see, they doing it now, you know, because with the Russian oligarchs, they freezing assets and taking shit just because. I don't even know who gave them the authority to do that shit. Think about it. Digital, but goes down in China, ends up over here shortly after. Facts, bro. Facts. Super Carlo, my regular credit sucks. I can only imagine how bad my social credit is going to be. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right, exactly. Nobody, you know, Canada already did this shit. They already trying to regulate. They got a whole task force fucking dedicated to this crypto shit. Come on. Writing was always on the wall. You know what I mean? Facts, damn, they can just turn us off. There's something called BRICS payment. Yeah, I know BRICS payment system that is coming together. It's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These 5 nations will become the new. Yeah. But do you think the powers that be are really gonna let that shit roll? Fuck no. What this shit is for now. Dia Blaze, complete control. I don't know if you can buy oil with crypto yet, yo. I'm certain Fetty will take control of Bitcoin. Oh, you already know. They trying to figure out how that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Super Carl, I had to explain ethics to a kid and its role in science. Tech and economics. I wish I could have that talk with the elites. Yeah, okay. You know that shit ain't going down. You know that shit ain't happening. Again, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It lets you know when I got new content coming out. Hit that share this out. Hit that share this out. You know? But yeah, that social credit is no joke. This shit's here, it's coming. You know, silent weapon for quiet wars, that's where we at. It was always the plan. You know what I mean? All the world's a stage. All the world's a stage. Everybody just players, man. Like I said, for all I know, Putin could be in on this shit. He could know he playing a heel in the fucking biggest WWE fucking story arc in the world. We don't know. You know what I mean? But just, like I said, watch for the hook. Be prepared. Get your food stores up. Get your water up. Get your ammo up. Learn how to hunt. Learn how to grow. Learn how to shoot. Learn how to defend yourself. These things are going to be important. You know, we don't know what's coming down the pike in the next few weeks. All I know is I feel like shit gonna get worse before it get better. Facts, question everything. Nothing's off the table. You know? Because we don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow, gas might be fucking $5.50. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to happen. We might wake up tomorrow and the lights is fucking out. We don't know. We don't know where this shit's going to go. Simple as that. But all I know is things are going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I hope you guys had a wonderful evening, and I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me. I appreciate you. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled program. It'll be here, and I also live stream over on Rumble. Matter of fact, let me go over here real quick. Let me see if I got any questions from Rumble before I get off of here. Let me see what we got going on. All right, we don't got nothing on Rumble. I'm still trying to build that following over on Rumble. So if you're over on Rumble, go ahead and give me a follow as well. You know what I mean? But anyway, listen to what I said. Get your food stores up. Get your ammo up. Learn how to hunt. Learn how to grow. Learn how to defend yourself. It's going to be important. But anyway, I want you guys to have a wonderful evening. It's Canon Hotep saying, stay safe, stay well, and stay strapped. I'll holler at you.